Good morning, everyone. I'm Aruna. Today we are going to learn about cascading style sheet. This is the introduction topic in Unit 2. These are the topics in cascading style sheets. Introduction, using styles, simple examples for cascading style sheets, your own styles, what are the properties and values in style sheet, formatting blocks of information, layers. It's a cascading style sheet. Cascading style sheet is used to apply the style in a web page which is made up of HTML elements. If I want to use any style in a web page by using some HTML elements, we can use cascading style sheets. It describes the look to the web page. CSS provides various style properties such as background color, padding, margin, border color and many more to style a web page. For styling a web page, we need some properties. Those style properties are like border color, padding, margins, etc. CSS is used to define styles to your web pages, including design, layout and variations in display for different devices and screen size. CSS stands for cascading style sheets. These cascading style sheets used to format the layout of a web page by some properties, style properties. CSS is a language that describes the style of HTML document. It displays the HTML elements on a wrapper, screen or other media. External style sheets are stored in CSS files. Advantage of cascading style sheets. Ask cascading style sheets. How CSS saves time? You can write CSS once and then reuse the same sheet in multiple HTML pages. I will write the code once and it can reuse in multiple HTML pages. No need to write the same code in multiple web pages. You can define a style for each HTML element and apply it to so many web pages as you want. Page loads faster. How a page is loaded faster? If you are using cascading style sheet, you do not need to write HTML attributes every time. Just write one CSS rule to a tag and apply it to all the occurrences of the tag. So less code means faster downloads. For example, if I am using h2 tag in a HTML document a number of times. For that, if I use a cascading style sheet, I can write HTML tag attribute in cascading rule and it applies to all the occurrences of that particular tag in a document. So it loads faster. Easy maintenance. We are writing code only once and it is applied to all the tags that are in a document, same tags in a document. To make a global change, simply change the style and all elements in the web pages will be automatically updated. For example, if I have taken a HTML document with a paragraph tag, this paragraph tag I have written 10 HP elements in our document. If I want to change, then I should write the change in entire how many times the p tag is available in the HTML document. Now by using CSS, it doesn't require. We can just update in one tag, the style tag. All the elements will be affected and automatically updated. Superior styles of HTML. CSS has a much wider array of attributes than HTML. So you can give a far better look to your HTML page in comparison to HTML attributes. CSS provides more number of styles compared to HTML. It gives a better look when compared to normal HTML attributes page. Multiple device compatibility. This style sheets allows you to run these CSS files in any device. Style sheets allow the content to optimize more than one type of device by using the same HTML document. Different versions of a website can be presented for handheld devices such as PDAs and cell phones or for printing. Next type of advantage is global web standards. Now HTML attributes are being deprecated and it is being recommended to use CSS. Why? Because for future compatible browsers, we are deprecating HTML attributes to use CSS. So it's a good idea to start using CSS in all HTML pages to make them compatible to future browsers. Last one is platform independence. The script offers consistent platform independency and can support latest browsers as well. These are the advantages of using cascading style sheets. It saves our time. It loads pages faster, easy to maintain, more number of styles are provided, multiple device capability, follows global web standards, and it is platform independence. Let's see the syntax for cascading style sheet. This is the syntax for cascading style sheet. Cascading rule set consists of two parts. One is selector and the other one is declaration block. This is selector and this is declaration block. Selector points to HTML element you want to style. You can take any type of HTML elements. Here our selector is H1. With this H1 we can style our web page. This is the selector, points to HTML element you want to style. Selector name is H1 and the declaration block contains one or more declarations separated by semicolons. This here we are having two declaration statements. One is separated with another by semicolon. And if you observe, each and every declaration has a CSS property name and a value. These are separated by a colon. Here the CSS property name is color and the value is blue, separated with colon. This is the first declaration statement, and the second declaration statement is property name font size, value is 12 pixel. These two declaration statements are separated by semicolon. A CSS declaration always ends with a semicolon and the declaration blocks are surrounded by curly braces. All these declaration statements should be enclosed in curly braces. So a syntax for CSS is a selector and a declaration block. In how many ways we can select this selector? HTML selectors are used to find HTML elements based on their element name, either by ID or by class, attributes and more. First type of selector is element. How we select this element as selector name with a element name. Here I have taken P paragraph tag. This is our element name and the selector is P. So the element selector selects the elements based on element name. According to our syntax rule, selector followed by declaration block. Declaration block enclosed with curly braces. N number of declaration statements are separated by semicolons. Each declaration statements includes a property name and a value separated by colon. Here selector is P. Declaration statement property name is text align equals to center. Text alignment is property name and center is value. Next declaration statement is color. Value is red. You can select all the P elements on this page. All elements will be aligned with center and the color of the text in a P tag is red. Next type of selector is ID. ID selector uses the ID attribute of an HTML element to select a specific element. To select an element with a specific ID, write a hash character followed by ID of the element. Here ID is para 1. This para should be preceded with a hash symbol. Here my ID name is para 1. How I identify the ID selector? With a hash character. This is our ID attribute, hash para 1. This is our selector. This type of selector is called as ID selector. With the declaration statements, text align equals to center and color equals to red. The style rule below will be applied to the HTML element with ID equals to para 1. Next type of selector is class selector. Class selector elements with a specific class attribute. Here I have taken a class attribute as center. How we identify this class selector? With a period character, dot, and followed by the name of class. Here the name of the class is center. All the elements within a class will be aligned center and text color is red. For that we have to write like this. Period character followed by class name. This is our selector. This selector is class type selector. Declaration with curly braces. These declaration statements are text align equals to center and color equals to red. You can also specify only a specific HTML should be affected by a class. Then we can use the syntax like this. Now I want a specific HTML element is P. For that I have to write P dot center. P dot center. This is our selector with a block of declarations. When a browser read a HTML style sheet, it will format the HTML document according to the information in a style sheet. Let's see how these element selectors executes. Let's start the program for these selectors. HTML and the tag that is used here is style. How we write the CSS syntax rule? Selector and declaration block. Here our selector is h1 and the declaration block with the property name color, red, terminate, close. For which tag I am using this style? h1. h1. This is h1. Let's run this program. This is the output for this program. Here I have taken the selector as element. It is identified with an element name. According to our syntax, selector, declaration block, and the tag that is used for this is style tag. If I want to use ID as selector, then what we have to write? Hash symbol before the ID selector. Hash, I am taking ID name as I. Color, colon, green. So here I have to specify the ID name. For which element? H1, referring as ID with ID name is I. This is head 1. Yes, this is head 1 with the ID selector. Then I can use class selector also. Dot C class declaration, property name color blue, and I have to use class H1 class colon C. This is heading 1. Yes, this is element selector, ID selector, class selector. See the code. This is for element selector. H1 color equals to colon red, and for ID selector hash I color equals to green. Class selector period character C color equals to blue. This is about selector. What is a cascading style sheet? Cascading style sheets used to define styles to your web page by using some style properties like colors, background color, text alignment, all these properties. Describes the look of the web page. We can style sheet. We can change the look of a web page. How elements are selected? With the help of element name, ID and class name. For that we have seen the example also. Thank you.